Good day everyone, we are the Busog Lusog team and I am Mayshari Asombrado with my co-member Aljamson Amit, Iverson Bonghanoy, Jelly Campomanes, Nympha Elizaga, April Lunineza, and Chrisa Jean Nepomuceno. In our first day, our product is street food. One is kwek kwek, second is calamansi juice, and lastly the fried isaw. Our second day, we have the food merienda, which is the kamote Q, buko gulaman, and the kamote toron. In our last day, we have the street food, which is isaw, hot dog, and pork barbecue. So let's talk about our general journal. So in day 1, which is November 13, 2021, we have the debit or the cash, and then credit, which is the 700 also, which is the Busog Lusog team capital. So the 700 is our initial investment. Our supplies inventory, which is belongs to debit, is 610, while the cash belongs to the credit is also 610. So the 610 amount of money is the expenses for our supplies and ingredients for our product. Our operating expenses is 40, which belongs to debit, and our credit, which is cash, is 40. So 40 pesos will be recorded for the fare and the other expenses. So cash, which is 880, belongs to debit, and the credit, which is 880, is the income. So 880 is our income for our day 1 of selling our street food. Our general journal day 2, which happened in last November 2021. So the supplies inventory, which belongs to the debit, is 570. So the credit is 570, which is the cash. So 570 each is the amount of cash we bought both supplies and ingredients for our product. So in operating expenses, which is 60, belongs to debit, and the credit, which is the cash, 60, belongs to credit. So the 60 pesos is to be recorded for fare and other expenses. So our cash is 973 and belongs to debit, while the credit, which is the income, 973, which belongs to the credit. So 973 is the income for day 2 of our product. So the general journal of day 3, which happened last November 27, 2021, which the supply inventory is 904, which belongs to debit, and the cash is 904, which belongs to credit. So the 904 is the expenses which uses to buy supplies and ingredients for the product. Operating expenses, which is 75, belongs to debit, and the cash, which is 75, belongs to credit. So the 75 pesos is to be recorded for fare and other expenses for the product. The cash, which is 1,496, belongs to debit, while the income, which is 1,496, belongs to the credit. So 1,496 belongs to the income for the day 3, which is happened last November 27, 2021. So let's proceed to our general ledger. So cash, which is the November 13, 2021, the amount of 700. So next is the November 13, 2021, which is 880. November 20, 2021 is 973. November 27, 2021 is 1,496. So the total is 4,049. And the balance is 1,790, which belongs to the debit. And in the credit, which is last November 13, 2021, the amount of 610. November 13, 2021, which is the amount of 40. November 20, 2021, 570. November 20, 2021, which is 60. November 27, 904. And November 27 is 75. So the total of 2,259, which belongs to the credit. Those amounts are the records for the cash. So here are the capital. So in our first day, which is the last November 13, 2021, we have the initial investment. So the amount of 700. So total of 700, which belongs to the capital, and it belongs to the credit. So the general ledger of our supply inventory. So last November 13, 2021, the amount of 610. November 20, 2021, the amount of 570. November 27, 2021, which is the amount of 904. And the total of 2,084, which belongs to the debit. Those amounts are the records of supplies inventory. So here is the record of our operating expenses. So in November 13, 2021, the amount of 40. November 20, 2021, the amount of 60. November 27, 2021, the amount of 75. So the total of 175, which belongs to the debit for the operating expense. So our income, so the first day, which is November 13, 2021, is 880. November 20, 2021, 973. November 27, 2021, 1,496. So the total is 3,349, which belongs to the credit. So let's proceed with the trial balance. So the cash belongs to the debit, which is 1,790. The supplies inventory, which belongs to the debit, which is 2,084. The capital, which belongs to the credit, which is 700. The income, which belongs to the credit, which is 3,349. The operating expense, which is 175, belongs to the debit. The total for the debit is 4,049, while the credit is 4,049. So those records are the trial balance. So let's proceed with the recording of business transaction. So November 9, we make an investment cash amount of 700 for the initial operation of the business. In November 13, first day of selling, we purchase ingredients and supplies for the day 1 with 610 in cash. And we have the fair expenses, which is 40 in cash. So in our first day income is 880. So November 20, which is our second day of selling, we purchase ingredients and supplies for day 1 with 570 amount in cash, and operating expense, which is 60 in cash. So second day, we have the income 973. So, November 27, the last day of selling, we purchase ingredients and supplies for day 3, which is our last day, with the amount of 904. So, our operating expense is 75 in cash. The last day income is 1,496. So, in November 28, our last meet up of the Busog Lusog team, we divided the income of our business. So here are some of the documentation of our business from day 1 to day 3.